The Chronicle of Thai Traditional Medicine. The city of Rajagaha stirred slowly to life. By the city gates, amidst dust and waste, a lone child wept. Crowds drifted past. No one was willing to take on a stranger's fate until the young Prince Apaya drew near. Leaning over the basket, he raised the fragile body and spoke only the words that mattered. He is alive. In that moment, the boy was named Jivaka, the living one. The palace gave him sanctuary and sustenance, yet left his heart's questions unanswered. Each day, wandering the vast corridors, Jivaka felt a strange emptiness. Why did he live when death had already claimed him? And what purpose did this borrowed life hold? When the hour came to seek his destiny, he turned from the palace towards Taxila, a fabled city of wisdom. Taxila welcomed Jivaka with the bustle of crowded markets, the scent of herbs, and the drone of 1,000 voices. Within these walls, the body was a sacred text, where breath revealed hidden ailments, hearts of whispered pain, and the skin and blood spoke of discord. Jivaka delved into the deep mysteries, anatomy, the art of surgery, the power of plants, and the profound link between body and spirit. 7 years passed among the scrolls and the seekers, until Atreya posed a final challenge. Find me an herb that heals nothing. Jivaka wandered through the wild woods and high peaks, visiting remote hamlets and counseling with healers and peasants, scouring every root and petal. Seasons turned as he searched, yet the answer remained the same. He returned, lowering his head, and spoke. Master, there is no such herb. Every plant is a medicine. Atreya beamed with pride. Now you are ready. You have grasped the truth. Nature does not leave us without the means of rescue. Armed with newfound certainty, Jivaka stood at the threshold of a destiny that would lead him to the Buddha. King Bimbisara fell gravely ill. The palace healers surrendered one by one until the young Jivaka entered the palace. His hands were steady, his gaze tranquil, and soon the king rose from his bed once more. The renown of the new physician swept across the Magaha, yet neither wealth nor power could interest him. More and more Jivaka left for the poor quarters, where people hid their faces in pain and shame. We cannot pay, they whispered to him. I heal not for gold, he replied, treating their wounds and applying bandages. One day, his name reached Siddhartha Gautama. Jivaka became the Buddha's personal physician, journeying by his side and caring for the monks. Yet the more he was near, the deeper his understanding grew, that health is more than the absence of disease. It is the process of understanding the laws of life and the very causes of illness. He built the Jivaka monastery and passed his wisdom to his disciples. Alongside the Buddha's word, they carried these secrets to new lands. Savarnapum, a realm known as the Golden Land, upon the distant shores across the Bay of Bengal, a territory lush with forests, fragrant spices, and precious metals. Following the passing of the Buddha, the great King Ashoka dispatched his messengers towards the rising sun. Along with their sacred chants, they brought the wisdom of Jivaka, healing recipes, the art of massage, breathing practices, and the secrets of how plants transform and heal the human form. Upon the soil of Savarnapum, these Indian monks met with the native masters of the forest and keepers of herb lore. They discovered strange plants and unfamiliar ailments, uncovering botanical secrets that India had never seen. The legacy of Jivaka began to weave itself into the local tapestry. Within the quiet of village shrines, monks and medicine men brewed potent elixirs, exchanging secrets and refining their shared crafts. From this union, a new healing philosophy was born, one where body and spirit were inseparable. Yet this was only the beginning. A greater era of wisdom was on the horizon. Across eastern Suvarnabhumi, the Khmer Empire rose to its zenith, ruled by Jayavarman VII, the king revered as the divine sovereign of healing. Emerging from the scars of a brutal war, he swore an oath to forge a kingdom of strength and vitality. At his word, over 100 Arokai Salah, sacred temple hospitals, arose across the land. Within these walls, monks and physicians were initiated into the arts of precise and potent medicine. Here, the air vibrated with the sutras and the rhythm of healing massage, as herbalists blended the ancient formulas of Jivaka with the wild power of the Thai jungle. In the cool shade of the sanctuaries, scholars inscribed energy pathways onto palm leaves, deciphering new ailments and documenting the revelations. Intricate stone reliefs depicted the wisdom of herbs and sages, while the breeze carried the lingering notes of dried ginger, camphor, and sacred lotus. The Erokasala stood as the first true bastions where the divine and the medicinal were one. Within these temples, the seeds were sown that would eventually grow into the very soul of Thai healing tradition. Yet as the sun set on the Khmer Empire, these secrets would retreat into the quiet of rural shrines and hidden villages. As the sun set on the Khmer Empire, the secrets of Jivaka and the echoes of the healing temples did not fade into nothingness. They retreated into the quiet of forest monasteries and humble hamlets, awaiting their moment of rebirth. During the 13th century, a new light rose over the northern Suvarnabhumi, the kingdom of Sukhothai, known as the Dawn of Happiness. Here, saffron-robed monks stood as the new sentinels of medicine, while village healers blended age-old scrolls with the wild abundance of the Thai jungle. Within sanctuary gardens, healing botanicals were cultivated for elixirs. Leaves withered under the sun on bamboo screens as the first sacred archives of medicine were born. Healing evolved into a delicate art, the pursuit of perfect harmony. It was in these lands that these first whispers of the Sen lines, the unseen pathways of energy, began to take form. Here, the foundations of Thai massage and the profound study of nature's impact on the human form were etched into history. The monks of Sukhothai initiated new healers, passing the torch of wisdom from master to apprentice, shrine to shrine. Slowly, a tradition unlike any other emerged, stepping out from the shadows of Indian Ayurveda and Khmer lore. The voice of Thai medicine was finally finding its own song. Ayutthaya, a majestic capital rising from the banks of the Chao Phraya, the soul of a rising empire. Within these walls, the art of healing was first taken under the king's wing, forged into a vital pillar of the state. At the heart of the palace, the Krom Mor Rong Pra Osat was born, the sacred department of the king's medicine. Healers were elevated to noble ranks, serving the throne and the warriors of the realm. Their mission was twofold: to mend the broken and to safeguard the wisdom of the ages. Deep within the royal archives, sacred palm leaf and bamboo scrolls were sheltered, holding the secrets of potent elixirs and ancient massage. In this golden age, the invisible Sen lines were mapped. The harmony of the four elements were mastered. Monks traveled from distant shrines to the palace to reconcile old truths with new revelations, as forest healers brought the secrets of the wild to the king's feet. Yet in the shadow of this splendor, a storm was gathering. The fires of war with the Burmese would eventually consume the archives, leaving monks to flee into the night, clutching the secret scrolls to their chests as they hid in the countryside. The collective wisdom of generations teetered on the edge of oblivion. Upon taking the throne in the early 1800s, King Rama III swore a secret oath to gather the scattered fragments of the past and secure them for the children of the future. In the heart of Bangkok, Krungthep, he turned Wat Pho into a vast, open-air university under the tropical sky. From every corner of the realm, monks brought forth thousands of ancient scrolls they had risked their lives to save. The realm's greatest healers and sages labored together, sifting through the text to forge a single, undisputed treasury of truth. Then came an act of permanence never seen before. The entire canon was carved into 1,431 slabs of stone. Upon the stone, they mapped the human form and the unseen sin lines, alongside the secrets of healing elixirs and the sacred Rusi Deton, postures used to maintain the body's vital force. Hundreds of statues and intricate charts were raised in the temple galleries, ensuring that wisdom was free to all, from the humble farmer to the passing traveler. Wat Pho rose as the kingdom's first true public university, its legacy etched into the very earth to withstand the test of time. The turn of the 20th century was a time of vast change for Thailand. As Western science cast its shadow, the royal court moved to reform the nation's healthcare. In 1913, knowledge went into the shadows. Traditional Thai medicine was cast out from the state training of doctors. Shrines that had echoed with secrets of massage and herb lore for centuries were forced to shutter their doors. The healers were silenced, their right to heal officially revoked. Ancient bamboo scrolls were hidden in the depths of monasteries, and sacred formulas were kept alive only in the softest whispers, passed from master to pupil. But in 1903, amidst the rising tide of change, a child was born in the province of Utong with a destiny to safeguard this wisdom. His name was Champi Chomya, and from his earliest years, the spirit of healing stirred within him. With the palace schools closed, he ventured into the wild, seeking the wisdom of monks and the secrets of village elders. He mastered the silent language of the body and experimented with the virtues of plants through years of solitary trial. Word of his touch began to spread like a gentle breeze. First came his kin, then his neighbors, until the weary from distant lands found their way to his door. His remedies brought life back to the broken, leading him to open a small sanctuary of healing in the heart of Utong. His pharmacy thrived, a beacon of hope standing firm against the currents of official medicine. When his son, Varin, came into the world, Champi began to weave the ancient secrets into the boy's very soul. And so a great dynasty was born, destined to carry the torch of knowledge through the generations. After decades of being forgotten, the winds of change finally begin to blow. In the mid-20th century, under the reign of King Rama IX, Thailand's ancient healing arts were called back to life. The state moved to reclaim the lost legacy. In 1957, the gates of Wat Pho swung open once more to house the nation's first official school of Thai medicine. Ancient scrolls were brought into the light, and the herbalists, healers, and monks were finally permitted to heal openly once more. Wat Pho stood as the center where the secrets of Jivaka and a millennium of experience met the standards of a new medical era. Meanwhile, in the province of Utong, the name Chomya was already famous. Champi Chomya, joined by his son Varin, launched a modest production to bring their family's sacred recipes to life. They began crafting capsules, oils, and sprays, transforming ancient recipes, which once existed only as powders and brews, into convenient forms for a new generation. The renown of the Chomya family spread like wildfire. The remedies brought peace to those haunted by migraines, pain, inflammation, and the restless nights of insomnia. First came the neighbors, then the distant travelers. While traditional medicine was only just returning to official standards, their small pharmacy stood as a beacon where ancient wisdom was reborn in a new shape. After long decades where Western science defined the world, Thailand reached back to reclaim its own ancestral wisdom. Through the 70s and 80s, the ancient threads of traditional Thai medicine were woven back into the nation's fabric. new academic halls arose within the universities. Doctors and herbalists were finally granted the official status and licenses they deserved. No longer dismissed as a relic of the past, the tradition was honored as the primary medicine, while the ways of the West were dubbed the new medicine. The royal house of Thailand stood at the heart of this great revival. Guided by the vision of King Rama IX and Queen Sukhothai, the study of medicinal plants found a powerful new rhythm. Princess Maha Chakri Siradon championed the cause, bringing the old ways into the university halls. Meanwhile, Princess Chulapan Walilak, a scientist and microbiologist, began to unlock the chemical secrets of ancient recipes in the lab. This was the turning point. The tradition was no longer just heritage, it was a true scientific discipline. By the 90s, the ancient touch was written into the very protocols of healing. Finally, in 2002, the Department of Thai Traditional Medicine was founded, a permanent home for timeless art. The old ways had returned, not as an alternative, but as the base of the nation's health. But even as the nation looked back, a new destiny was taking shape on the banks of the River Kwai. A meeting that would forge the future. This is the story of Pichapan Prachakwimon Kunini, the visionary leading Erawadee. Her path began with a deep love for nature and a passion for science. With a biology degree from Prince of Songkla University, she dedicated herself to the study of medicinal plants, believing that healing is locked within the very sources of life, in the leaves, the roots, and the blooms. Her work in tourism often led her to Kanchanaburi, a land of rivers and temples. There, along the banks of the River Kwai, she shared the wisdom of Thai herbs with travelers, showing the world that these ancient arts are a living part of our modern age. In 2006, a chance encounter joins her path with Vareen Chomya, an heir to the lineage that had guarded the secrets of Thai medicine for generations. She knew this ancient wisdom belonged to the world. At that time, Pattaya was rising as a global center for travelers. Yet amidst the bustle, people lacked simple solutions for their health. There was a calling to make Thai medicine convenient and understandable for everyone. Out of this necessity, the vision of Erawadee was born. She gathered a circle of believers where Vareen and his family stood as the guardians of the ancient knowledge, crafting the modern forms of their recipes. Their mission was set: to help people live longer and happier lives by combining ancient Thai traditions and the achievements of modern science. And so, a new chapter dawned. As the 20th century drew to a close, the ancient art of Thai medicine finally secured its place within the halls of modern science. No longer a matter of faith alone, it was now scrutinized at the level of the molecule. Princess Chulapan Walilak, both a royal and a distinguished scientist, emerged as the visionary pioneer of this new age. Under her guidance, scientists began to map the hidden powers of plants, isolating the alkaloids, flavonoids, and enzymes that hold the keys to healing. As the results became undeniable, the world beyond Thailand began to take notice of these ancient, potent formulas. Global laboratories are now weaving Thai botanicals into their research. As ancient ingredients like ginkgo biloba crossed the threshold from humble supplements to recognized life-saving pharmaceuticals. In 2013, the pharmacist's craft was enshrined in law. And by 2015, the Council of Traditional Thai Medicine was formed, a sanctuary where healers, chemists, and scholars unite as one. Each year, the halls of Bangkok showcase the triumphs of the tradition, unveiling new secret recipes, undeniable proof of their power, and the hard truths of modern clinical trials. This renown now spans the globe, with the blessing of the World Health Organization. Thai universities have joined forces with the great scientific minds of Europe and Japan in their pursuit of phytopharmacology. The wisdom of the forest has finally become a living science, a world where ancient tradition and modern research breathe together as one. While the nation was bringing ancient knowledge back to life, the Chomya family of Utong was writing its own chapter of this history. Varine, the heir to his father Champi's wisdom, passed his mastery to the next generation. His son Chayapat and daughter Pacharine, armed with modern specialized educations and a scientist's precision, they integrated scientific achievements into their ancestral recipes. The family's elixirs evolved, transforming into modern capsules, oils, and balms that brought the convenience and accessibility of ancient healing to the modern world. From these humble roots, the Erawadee brand rose, a name now valued in every corner of the globe. Today, the Erawadee banner flies over 4 major pharmacies, standing tall in Pattaya, Bangkok, and Hat Yai. Through the digital realm, their reach is limitless, carrying the soul of Thailand to homes across the vast oceans. Deep in the heart of Utong, their production facility continues to craft remedies from formulas that have withstood the test of centuries. Millions of people have already experienced the power of a tradition that refuses to fade. Their mission is a sacred one: to introduce the world to the Eastern perspective on health, beauty, and strength. It is a mission to maintain the connection with tradition while uniting it with the achievements of science. Before us lies a new horizon, where digital technology, artificial intelligence, and bioscience guide Erawadee into the very future of medicine.